Hi guys, so today I'm doing the last one in this series for now because I'm definitely going to do some more, just not right now because I'm going to go back to finishing up. I want to do more of the Yandere Simulator ones, and I got to finish up those Winx Club ones because I didn't finish them up, but I was just really having big thonks about what I wanted to do with them. But today we're doing my favorite character in all of Monster High, Clawdeen Wolf. Oh my god, Clawdeen is everything. Ugh, her style, she is just so cool. Her style, her hairstyles, oh my god, she always has the coolest hair. Her shoes are everything. And I love just like how they built the doll itself. Like her sculpt is so beautiful to me. It's so cute. Like the Clawdeen sculpt I feel is very, it's very, what is the word when you're able to do a lot of things with it? Flexible. It's a flexible sculpt because you can make like intense, cool designs, but very cute and sweet designs. And like I love how in the reboot they switched up her sculpt to have like fur on her arms and legs. Oh my god, that's so cute. I just love her nose. I love her face sculpt. I love the little ears. Ugh. I love it when they add like tails on her too. I didn't put a tail on this redesign, but maybe, I don't know, I didn't put it on it for this one. And for her, I really wanted her to have some like really cool shoes, like thigh-high boots. When I think of cool shoes, I think of like thigh-high boots because like those ones are just attention-grabbing. Those are so extra. If you're gonna wear boots that go all the way up there, it's like you're so extra about your shoes. And then I tried to give her like this Ariana Grande inspired ponytail thing, like, because that's like really on trend right now. It's just like everyone wants to have an Ariana Grande ponytail sometimes. And honestly, like, can you blame them? The high ponytail is a look. Like, the high ponytail, it's a look. A low ponytail kind of makes you look like a president. You know, like an old president. And I'm not entirely sure I was able to capture her face when I finished it up, but I tried my best. But I wanted her to have this like glam look to her, like glamorous but still like edgy and cool, like, because you know it's Monster High and she has to be cool. She has to have some edge to her. And then she has to have the animal print because Clawdeen usually puts animal print in her clothes and is so cool. And then I gave her a high-waisted skirt because, like I keep saying, high waists are the bomb.com and low rise is disgusting and I hate it. And then her belt, I tried to do like a parody of a Gucci belt, but instead of the Gucci symbol, it's like Monster High MH. I hope it came out looking good and you guys were able to figure that out, but I'm not too good at like drawing out letters. And then one other thing I tried to do with her boots is like, okay, I really liked the heels what was it, the second wave of dolls, like the Back to School or something, where she has those like really pointy heels. I love those. And then I tried to give her like boots, like a kind of paw shape at the end, which was kind of inspired by Precure a la Mode. Because in Precure a la Mode, when they transform in their magical girl forms, a lot of them have like little paw toe thingies on their boots at the end. I'll put a picture right there so you can see. But like for her, I wanted it to look way more like just cool and extra rather than it being like cutesy, but it's still a little bit cute, and I just wanted her to have this like animalistic edge to her. And of course she's got her fur coat because like it just makes her look more glam and cool. And then I feel like this one is the best one I really did with the line work, but I'm not too confident when it comes to doing thick lines. I feel like I'm better at doing thinner lines. So, for me, Clawdeen is like my favorite character just because I'm so attached to her. She was my first ever doll. Okay, I got into Monster High about 3 years ago, like around 2018. So that was at the tail end of the reboot. Like the reboot, it was dead. It was dead. Monster High was over. They were posting on the blog saying the Ever After High book is closed, but Monster High still scares on or something like that. I'm like, okay, it's dead. And I realized that, so I started buying a lot of dolls just because I was worried that the Monster High dolls would get really expensive and they would be harder to find off Amazon and there'd be a lot of scalpers. And I was right. But I didn't buy them to collect her. I bought them because I was watching a lot of those YouTube doll customizing videos, specifically from like Poppin' Atelier, who was like the first one that I ever seen. Like I was recommended her Barbie transformation videos and I really enjoyed those. And I started watching other ones. I started watching Delightful, Moonlight Jewel. Hextian is my favorite, by the way. Like, I hope MGA, like, I know MGA did this, what is it, Hayden Williams, Bratz Dolls Collectibles. I know this is on topic of Monster High. But if they ever do another artist collab, they better get Hextian to design some Bratz dolls because his designs are everything. But anyways, I was, like, watching their videos, and I got inspired to, like, do doll customizing. And I just started buying a whole bunch of dolls, and I cannot remember, it was either Frights Camera Action Clawdeen or Shriek Wrecked Clawdeen, and then I know I bought a budget swimsuit reboot Clawdeen specifically for customizing, but when I got those articulated ones, I was like, oh my god, this doll is so cool, I don't want to draw on her face and ruin her. So I started like hunting for dolls, and every time I bought a new Clawdeen, I was like, oh, I want this one. I don't want to get rid of it. So now I have like a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch. Like my Clawdeen collection is not as impressive as other people's collections. Like I have a lot of dolls, just not a lot of Clawdeens. But I did get like quite a few of them in a small period. Like I did have a little bit of money, but this was like when I first started college, so I was kind of broke, but I kept saving up for them dolls. Like I got how many? 5 right there, 6, 7, so that's not that many, but I haven't bought any new Clawdeen dolls in a while. So I bought all of those with the intention of customizing them, and then I fell in love with them, and I was like, oops, I can't customize them. Same thing with Ever After High. I bought a few of them, and then I just liked them. I bought Justine Dancer to customize into my OC Clover, but I liked her too much. And I regret not buying a second one off Amazon because when I went back to get a second one so that I could have the original for customizing, she was really expensive. I did end up getting a deal on her, but I had to be really patient. But anyways, I finally did manage to try a doll customization with one of my budget Clawdeens. And I did post that on my Twitter if you guys want to see it. And it's really fun. But yeah, it's like, it started off as just me looking for a new hobby, but I just love these dolls so much. And honestly, you can thank Clawdeen for me owning like a bajillion OMG dolls and like 5 million Rainbow High dolls and like a million I only have like 5 Barbies, honestly. But you could blame Clawdeen for this situation that's like 2 feet away from me, because if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have gone this crazy for dolls. Like she really not only like made me fall in love with Monster High, but she like rekindled my love for dolls in general, because I haven't collected dolls since I was like a baby. Not a baby, but since I was like 10, 11 years old. I hadn't gone to the store looking for dolls. I wasn't thinking about dolls. But then when I bought that Monster High doll, I was like, I love this thing. And like, despite all the problems I have with Mattel's quality of the Monster High dolls, like the glue heads, the wonky faces, oh my god, those wonky faces. That's the reason why there was one doll I really want to get, and it was, what is it, the Haunted dolls, you know, the Clawdeen with the chains and stuff. And I love that doll. I think she's beautiful. But there's one reason I never bought her, and it's because every time I went to the store, her eyes would look like they were floating off of her face in different directions. And it's like, Mattel, please. Like, but yeah, despite the obviously glaring quality issues that Mattel has put out for a lot of their dolls, especially Monster High, despite how bad the quality has gotten, despite the reboot and all that, I just love Clawdeen. I love her so much. I love her reboot dolls. I love her old dolls, her new dolls. I love her original doll. I just love everything Clawdeen, and like she really got me back into dolls. It's just, she's really important to me. And now that I'm saying it, it's like, wow, I should put her on a higher part of my shelf. She deserves all the glory. Maybe I'll just move my entire LOL OMG remix collection and dedicate it to her. But yeah, man, my throat is like, woo, I need some water. I'm gonna get some in a minute though, but I just have so much to say about her because she just makes me so happy. One thing I really liked about this design though is how I did the makeup. Like when I started doing hers, I was like, oh, I want to do something really cool with her makeup, so I wanted to make it sparkly and have like all these different colors in it, and it's just, I think she would do that. And then I gave her black lipstick because, or at least a deep plum lipstick, because I think like she would totally rock it. Clawdeen is just so cool. She is not the coolest cat around because she's not a cat, she's a wolf. Is there any dolls or characters from Monster High that really mean a lot to you? For me, it's like, and what does Monster High like mean to you? It's like, because I know we're having like this discussion right now about Monster High in the comments, and like, it's so nostalgic and stuff. But like, let's get a little bit deep, not too deep, but like, let's get a little bit deep. For me, it's like, I find Monster High so cool. It's because they're monsters, and the message, I do think that the message is like a really good one, to be you, be yourself, be a monster. It's okay to be strange, it's okay to be weird, it's okay to have these weird quirks. And a lot of people like relate to that because they've been told that they're monstrous before. Like I've seen a lot of people who felt like monsters, but then they relate to Monster High because they feel cool for being a monster. Like maybe they're a little bit emo or something, and people call them scary and weird, but then they see these dolls that are also proud of being scary and weird. And it's like, or maybe they're really tall and people are like, oh my gosh, you're just too strong and scary or something. But then it's like, you see the Monster High dolls and they're proud to be scary. Like, that's cool. And I feel like it's really cool of them to do that. And like I think that Monster High was the best that Mattel has done with their diversity, just because with Monster High, you weren't really worried too much about real world problems. It was like teaching kids to be yourself and stuff like that. Whereas when it comes to Mattel with like a lot of diverse dolls, I love that Mattel has diverse dolls. I love their new body types. I do feel like it's a little bit pandering and missing the mark though, where Monster High, they were proud to be different. And I really wish Monster High would have introduced even more body types, because that would have been even cooler. But like with Monster High, since they're not humans, I feel like it also opens the door for more people to relate to the characters. Because yeah, there are characters who are coded as different cultures, like Jennifer Long and Honey Swamp, and even Clawdeen is like, she has black features. She's obviously coded to be black. That's how I feel, at least. And it's like, when it comes to collecting Monster High dolls, you're not really worrying about too much about getting the doll that looks like you, or getting your daughters and like kids the black doll, because they're monsters. They're not like really trying to like exclude anyone, because everyone's welcome to relate to these different monsters. And you like, oh my gosh, when I collect primarily black dolls. I do have like a lot of white dolls though, especially from Bratz and other brands that I really like. If I like the doll, I'm going to collect the doll no matter what race she is. But I primarily like to focus on black dolls because I like the history of them. I like to have dolls that look like me and look like people in my family and people I know. I just really think that black dolls are beautiful and fascinating, and I love them a lot because there's like a lot of history to them. But anyways, I'm getting off track. What I'm saying is, like, when I collect Monster High, it's not really about like, oh, I have to get the doll that's black, because like, they're not humans. So my mindset is more like, oh my god, there's a Cyclops. That is so freaking cool. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. And like, oh my god, I think Clawdeen's little ears are the cutest thing ever. Oh my god, the vampire, she's so cute. And I mean, like, for doll customizers, it is a pain in the butt that all the dolls have, like, rainbow skin tones. But, like, I feel like just from someone who is looking at these dolls as, like, characters and, like, for little kids to look up to them, that's really cool because they don't have to worry about whether or not they can be like the dolls, because the message is to be different. It's to be you, be a monster, be weird. Anyways, I just think Monster High is really cool, and I'm basically done with this, so I'm gonna have to shut up and I'll talk some more about the importance of it. So I hope you guys really like this video. Make sure you comment down below, like, subscribe. If there's any other Monster High characters you'd like for me to design, let me know, because I'm mostly focusing, like, on the main ghouls, but I will go for some other characters. Like, I know there's like a bajillion of them, so. Anyways, share with your friends, comment, hit the bell so you can get notifications when I release new videos, and I'll see you guys next time. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Mwah.